Hi, I'm Lee Partridge and welcome back to Col U TV for another midweek show. We've had a couple of away games in quick succession recently, including Saturday's excellent victory at Leyton Orient. We'll get on to that later on, but first let's take a look back at all the action from last night's game at Mansfield and then the thoughts on the dugout afterwards.
Colchester United won a late rally by the youth, but they couldn't quite get the equaliser in the end, and it's the first defeat for the head coach Wayne Brown since he came in, and he's come a long way up to the commentary position to join us. And Wayne, we'll talk about goals and that sort of thing about how you conceded the goals and that sort of thing in a moment, but first of all, I thought your side stuck in that game and doing some difficult periods really well.
Yeah, if I'm honest with you, I was disappointed with the first half. I thought we didn't really lay a glove on them. I thought we were second all over the pitch, first ball, second balls, which was going to be the game today, the way that they play, reasonably direct team. And we didn't really compete, which was a frustrating, annoying, disappointing, call it what you will. They didn't have a game Saturday, so you could say they were fresher than us, and it certainly looked that way first half. But, we got after them at half time. We said that there's non-negotiables, and first half there was a few non-negotiables that was put into doubt. So credit to us and credit to them. We changed the shape and system second half, and head and shoulders we were the better team second half. I thought the changes that we made were positive. I thought the width that we created with the wing backs was good, and then it was just the final delivery that let us down at times in their sort of final third. But we had chances. We had chances at 1-0 down, and you could see, visibly see that there was panic set in from the other team at times because we were on top. And that's credit to the lads, because there were a few questions asked of them at half time as a collective, as a group, and they've come out second half and answered those questions well.
You talk about the first half and they had more of it, and maybe you were disappointed with your performance and disappointed with the way the goal was conceded as well. It's from your free kick, and two of your players had an opportunity, okay, not in the laws of the game, to prevent him getting through and getting that shot and maybe just taking a yellow card for it.
Yeah, it's naivety at the end of the day. Young Gino and Junior, they're 18 years old, and it's great for them to come into this environment, and don't forget you've probably got 3 starters that could possibly play the game out injured in that area, in the central area. He done great when he came on. on Saturday, and he done great tonight in spells. But that's just learning the game. That's just understanding that if you are going to take one for the team and make a cynical foul, you got to make sure it happens. And we didn't, and we got punished. I mean, give the credit to the lad as well. It was a fine strike from 25 yards out. It was a real good finish, but they had other opportunities. How the referees determined that was a back pass from a yard off the line, it's comical really. And again, they had that chance from the free kick, and we had to defend. We had to put bodies on the line. So I was pleased with the way that we did that in the first half and put bodies on the line, but I was disappointed how the ball actually got into those areas and how easy it was to get into those areas first half. But listen, they're blocking like their life depends on it, in stoppage time, because we managed to get one back, and there was a bit of panic. And as I say, look, we just lacked that final ball, that final quality, that final shot in the end at 1-0 down. The lads rallied, and credit to them for doing that. We got ourselves back into the game. But even the second goal, it's naivety. We've got 2 against 1, and the centre half gambles, gets under the ball, leaves Chamber 1-for-1 at the back, and then we end up bringing the lad down in the box, which again was disappointing. But as I say, we're chasing the game, we've got bodies forward, and if we're going to go down, we go down fighting. I thought we did that tonight.
So you changed the shape right at the start of the second half. Luke Chambers' knee injury gratefully wasn't as serious as we initially thought. You changed the shape, but when you did get into positions and you did get in behind and crossing opportunities, just not bodies in the box for people to pick out, really.
Yeah, that's right. And again, the last 15 minutes we go 3-4-3. So again, we do have a right go. We've got 3 up top. We've got pace up top. We've brought Corey and Young O on as fresh legs, and I thought they made a difference. They've obviously had to try and nullify that by bringing the fella on, the centre half on, and they ended up just having bodies behind the ball and get a goal on the counter attack. But I don't think we can ask any more of the lads second half about their approach. The manner in which they tried to play, the manner in which they played with width, but more importantly, we went down fighting, and that was really important for me.
We get the free kick, fine finish, Malin Judge. We know he can do that. We know what he's like from dead balls. And then at the end, as you say, there's three opportunities, but 3 very good blocks from them. Credit to them for putting their bodies on the line. But you just thought it might open up for one of them right at the end. Yeah,
that's right. That's just the way it goes. I mean, I don't expect anything else from them. They now find themselves 2-1 up in a game of football where it should have been more comfortable, and they're gonna put bodies on the line as we did at times, and that's the game. That's the game. As I said, we didn't stop. We kept going, and if I'm honest, I didn't want the game to end.
Because you felt your side still had something to give. You thought you might get something out of it at the other end. It was a difficult evening for the likes of Freddie Sears and that, running the channels, trying to chase balls down, that sort of thing. Just sort of missing that sort of assistance for him, that help for him up there.
First half, yes, but then you've got to look at the quality that was going in and around him. To expose the 2 centre halves, which we thought we could do. That the balls have got to be slid down sides, but that comes with intelligence. That comes with quality. That comes with a bit of fault. And I thought our quality at times in the first half with that ball forwards was non-existent. So you're getting Freddie in a fight with Big Hawkins, and there's only one winner really that's going to come out there. So we played into their hands a little bit. He was very isolated first half, and again that's why we made the changes. We went 2 up top in the second half, 5 across the middle and 3 at the back to give us that little bit of width, get bodies into the box. And as I said, credit to the lads. I thought they give it a right go.
No Chilvers, no Skuse, no Dallison, no Akindi, no Hughes either this evening. Any of those players close to returning?
We'll have to assess, really. We'll have to assess. Obviously, Skuse has opened his head up against Orient and had to come off, and young Gino gets the opportunity. And he done very well Saturday. He's obviously earned his place this evening. And then it's just a waiting game, I think, and we see how the lads react to the treatment that they're getting.
It's close. Some of the teams below you have won again this evening, but you're going to tell me you're not looking at that, aren't you? That's what you're going to tell me.
Really not bothered about other teams, honestly. I never said that on cliche, but honestly, I'm really not bothered. I've not looked at any results. I don't care how anybody else has got on. We've come here tonight to be hard to beat and try and get a result. Unfortunately, we didn't do it, but not through lack of effort and lack of trying in the second half. And again, I'm proud of the lads' second half, because it could have quite easily turned into a 3, a 4, a 5. you know, if we continued the way we did first half, but we didn't. You know, we had a right good go, we rolled our sleeves up, but it just wasn't to be.
Just finally, Wayne, since you came in, obviously it was a 4-match unbeaten run before today, a couple of away wins, a couple of home draws, first defeat this evening. I mean, it's been intense for you, but it must give you heart that you've had quite a turnaround tonight, and turnaround in the run of games that you've had to turn a 5-match losing streak into what you've done.
And that's credit to the lads. You know, it's credit to the lads. We've tried to be positive around the group. We've tried to change the mentality, and it's not easy sometimes when you're in that rut of losing games. It becomes a bit of a habit. So we've tried to obviously change things, tweak a few things, change the mentality of the group, and it's worked, and it will keep working after that second half performance. You know, as I said, if the second half performance was like the first, then we have got to lift the group for Saturday. But that's not the case. You know, we're nice and positive after the game. Lots of praise, lots of credit in the way that they went about their business second half, and there's a lot of positives now to take into Saturday.
Always good to hear the thoughts from the changing room, and another honest interview there from one of the lads. Before we go back to the wonderful result against Leyton Orient at the weekend with Freddie Sears' brilliant strike, it's time to announce the winner of January's Goal of the Month competition. We've counted up your votes, and you have selected Corey Andrews' cool effort against Salford City, the winner. Let's take a look back at that strike. I think most of us were in agreement there that was January's Goal of the Month. It was an excellent strike after some good work from the defence to play it out, and it was the icing on the cake of a fabulous win for Wayne Brown's side. Now, as promised, let's take a look back at the highlights from that fantastic win against Orient on Saturday, and then we'll bring you the thoughts of the goal scorer and what a strike that was, talking of good goals, from Freddie Sears straight after the highlights.
Freddie, your 13th of the season and a winner.
Yeah, delighted. I feel like I've been a bit of a goal drought for the last 3 games. It feels like a bit of a drought at the minute, but yeah, delighted to get the goal. Obviously, the win as well. You know, I love coming to play here. You know, it's always, we get the extra fans. I've won here a few times before with Col U, and just brilliant. You know, the atmosphere after, it just shows what it means to everyone at the football club at the minute.
You must be a goal predator right up there when you complain that you haven't scored for 3 or 4 games and call it a goal drought.
Yeah, I know. It's one of them. To be fair, I've been a little harsh on myself, but probably should have scored the other night. I've had chances in the other two, and I'm on 13 this year. I generally believe I should be on 16, 17. So, I love scoring goals. As soon as I play down the middle, that's what happens. So,
I want to ask about the creation of the goal as well, because that's good work by Miles, Kenlock and Corey Andrews.
Yeah, real good play. We worked on a little bit yesterday, similar to, obviously not like that, but similar to what we was trying to do, get in right areas, put the ball in the box, and, thankfully it flew in the back of the net.
When you hit it, I thought it was going to go straight into the midriff of Lawrence Vigouroux, but did it swerve?
Yeah, it's a bit of wind.
Put a bit of swerve on it?
You obviously see better from me. If he's going
you were there.
But yeah, I was there. I knew it had a chance. It was a good connection. I think with them balls bobbling across the box, you've got to get a firm connection, and the connection was right, and there was a bit of movement on it, and keeper's probably seen it late, and it's in the goal. That's all that matters.
I mean, you are a goal scorer, so should I complain you didn't do better just before half time? Took it off your right foot though.
Yeah. Probably could have took left foot. It's easy. It's easy watching.
It is easy watching.
Stuff, but yeah. Maybe right foot. If it goes in with your right foot, no one's complaining. Obviously it's a chance. I thought we done really well on the counter attack today. We targeted areas and give me a bit of licence to play with someone, with Corey, and I thought we done really well today. And obviously for me to try and score goals, create goals, and I feel like I've done that today.
Are you happy with your tally so far, 13, and you're still hoping to get to 20 by the end of the season?
Yeah, definitely. I think as you come into a club, double figures is always the aim as a striker. 20 is what I want to be hitting. Like I said earlier, I probably should have 16, 17 by now, so a little bit disappointed in that term. But if you'd have said 13 goals now, I probably would have said at the start of the season.
You almost got an assist, didn't you, with Luke Hannon, so he just needs to grow his toenails a bit longer.
Yeah, that was close. Really good play again into Corey, to me. Great ball across the front, and it's just so close. It's just so close for Hannah at the minute. It's a great ball, and it's like you say, it's a toenail away from 2-0 up, winning the game, and obviously the fans would have erupted after that.
Yeah, I think you've referred to it already, but it is extra special winning in front of those fans, and they're probably listening to you right now as they make their way up the A12.
Yeah, definitely. I've been at this club for a long time, and these are the games you look forward to. The local derbies, the games where there's going to be a good backing, and from minute one today, the warm up, they're brilliant, and it's down to us, like we said in Joshua, it's down to us to get the result. The fans are there, the fans are cheering us on, it's down to us to go out and perform, and we've done that today, and we're on a good run at the minute, and looking forward to taking on anyone at the minute. And
how important is this win in the context of the league?
Yeah, I'm not sure, to be honest. I don't know any results at the minute, but 3 points all we can do. We've got to keep winning games. Like I said, on a good run of form at the minute. I don't think we've lost in 4. So yeah, on to Mansfield now, Tuesday night, another tough game.
But a difficult day with so many players not available, and then losing Tom in a warm-up, and then losing Cole Scouse just before half-time, and to keep a clean sheet and win it. I mean, that's got to be a terrific team performance, character, message for the quality of the squad. Or am I overdoing it?
No, I think you're right. Obviously, at the minute, the world we're living in with COVID and stuff, John got took down Thursday with COVID, and it could be anyone. It could be anyone at the minute, so everyone's got to be ready. I think we've made a lot of good signings in the window, so there's a big squad at the minute. And like we said, Tommy Smith weren't expecting to play today. I don't think Gene Kennedy was expecting to play today, and they've both come in and been brilliant. So, squad game, everyone's done really well today, and now on to Tuesday.
Such a good game, and absolutely not forgetting the fantastic support from the 1,000-strong Travelling U's fans, making the noise throughout the whole of the game, and the celebration at the end was just superb. Plus, all the fans that made their way up to Mansfield last night, to the journey, the trip up there and back. Well done to each and every one of you. We're almost at the end of the show, but we'll just remind you of a couple of things before we go. As always, send anything Col U related into us here, media@colchesterunited.net, and we will do our best to get it on the show, in the programme or on the big screen. And also, we've got a home game against Carlisle coming up at the weekend. Tickets are available at the advance rate until midnight on Friday, so there's plenty of time to get yours and save at Col U Tickets. We'll leave you with some highlights from a game against Carlisle, and it's the 3-0 win from December 2019. Enjoy the rest of your week, and Harry Totham will be back in the studio for your pre-match show on Saturday afternoon. Until then, it's goodbye for now.
Jones, how